Hello, students. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are doing well. Um, we are going to discuss about the project management, and before starting it, we will discuss some basic definition definitions of principles of management and its function. So, before jumped on the project management topic, we will discuss some basic definitions of management, what is management, and of course, if there is management in the organization, so someone must be handling these all things. So these are the managers who are look aftering and handling any project in the organization. So before first we have to clarify or discuss what is management, and who are the manager, and what are their responsibilities, and what's the skills they require to complete or accomplish the project, and what's the function of management. I hope you have know how about these all things, but still I want to give some review or discuss, because to remind it or do some revision, or maybe if someone don't know about these all things, so he or she will be know after this session. So this is the book, A Guide to the Project Management Body of Knowledge, and sixth edition. You can download this book, and you can read the chapter of this book, and we will going to follow this book the whole semester. So then, first of all, um, we will discuss who are the managers. Basically, manager is of course some human beings, maybe male or female, but he or she has some responsibilities and some skills. So under the whether she's the whether the female is the manager or the male is the manager, he or she look after some people, some group of people. So in order to track the progress of project, whether the target or goal is achieving or not. So manager is someone who coordinate and look after the work of other means the group of people which are under the managers, and in order to tracking or analyzing whether the group is performing according to plan, according to strategy, whether they are performing good, whether they are achieving their task or not, they are achieving their objective which we set, and they are doing well or not. And if there is any issues or any problems, so the manager who is rectify it, and do the analysis, and give the feedback. It's depend to whether it's positive and negative, because it's directly linked with the performance. So he is look aftering the things. We can take the example of it. um, its life example is your own university. We all are teachers, and HOs is look aftering us, whether we are taking classes, whether we are delivering good lectures, and whether the students are satisfied with us or not, and we are punctual, we are conducting class on time or not. And if we look more closely, so In the class, the teacher is basically play the role of manager and look after the students, whether the students are coming in the class at the time, or they are paying attention, they are doing their work properly or not. So these are all the things which are basically we are facing or experiencing in day-to-day life. So this is what manager are doing in organization in any setup. So the after it, manager after the manager definition, we have classifying, because we have so many types of manager. The first one is first line manager. The first line managers are those who are non-managerial employee. Basically, in any organization, we have three type of people. The first one is producer. The second one is those who produce the things, and the third one is who's taking the decision about production or designing or developing anything. So the first line managers are the protection department. In this, they all are doing non-managerial work. They are working on production, creation, development of product, and then we have middle manager. In this, we have individual who are look after the first line manager, whether they are doing the uh, work properly or not, whether they are producing the actual or targeted number of product, whether if we are providing some services, so they are look after that, whether the non-managerial employee providing the service satisfactory, customers are satisfied or not, or they are doing some blunders or mistakes. So in because they are not that much experience, so that's why the managers are look aftering and monitoring them. So then we have top manager. Top managers are basically the CEO of organization, head of organizations. Those are the people who are taking the decision, plan the strategy, and if in organization, every organization have some goals and objective. So to achieve these goals, we must have some plans, some long term and short term plans. So these plans and these all things are decided by the top manager, because they are the executive of organization, and they are the heads of organization. So in top manager, we have individual who are taking the decisions of organization, and they establishing the plans and goals that affect the entire organization, because these are the goals and strategy which implement to the whole organization or entire organization. So everyone is affected by the decision of top manager. So whenever the top manager or executive take the action, take the decision, so he or she must consider every department. If I am taking this decision, what the effect of this decision on production department, what the effect of this decision on marketing department and finance department, HR department, because he or she must think in all dimension, 360 dimension, because without it the decision is not good. And if any department or any certain group of people are facing the problem, and if sometime it's difficult to satisfy all the employee or all the department, so they can negotiate on it, and after it they can rectify or do some variation or changes in the certain decision, or they can solve it by negotiation meeting. So these are all the responsibilities. We can see day-to-day example of this. If in the class, any decision is taken by the teacher. So any students has some problem, whether relate to topic, will relate to assignment, relate to lecture, relate to attendance, anything. So he or she address the issues and discuss with the teacher. So this is the same pattern followed in the organization. If the any department has some problem in the about some decision, about some goals or targets, so they can discuss it with the top manager. But manager are classifying in three category. The first one, the first is first line manager, then we have middle manager, and then we have top manager. So this is the hierarchy of manager in the organization. We will see this hierarchy in the next slide, so you will understand more better. So levels of manager, here we have top manager, CEO, heads and executive. Then we have middle manager. Middle managers are basically the subordinate supervisors, and the first managers are the worker, those who are indulged in the production department. And non-managerial, this is the more these are those people who are doing the cleaning and clerk and guardman. These all are the peoples which come under the non-managerial portion. So these are the layers and levels in any organization. So these are the types of manager we have in organization. And if we are designing and if we are planning any project, so we assign the task according to their levels, according to their skills, according to their role, because we have to give the right work to the right person. Otherwise, we are unable to achieve our project, we are unable to accomplish our goal. So that's why they categorize them. They are divided them according to their skills, according to their role, according to their capabilities and abilities. So in this way, the organization can easily address the capabilities of individual. If I am going to assign this work to this person, so whether he will able to do this or not. So that's why in organization they are properly divided the role, skills, and they made the levels. So in this way they are easily assigned, and they have idea, if I am assigning this complex or conceptual or easy or whatever the nature of work to this individual, so he is or she is lying in this level, so he is able to do this. So he match the work complexity with the level, and then he will find the CEO, the executive, find the best match and assign the work. So in this way, we will efficiently achieve our goal. We will efficiently complete our project. So then we will discuss what is management. So by project, we will discuss the project two in the coming slide. So first we are discussing the manager, management, then the roles, skills, these basic things, functions, um, to understand this course or this topic more deeply. So what is management? Management is basically involving the coordinating and overseeing the work activity of other. So so that their activities are complete efficiently and effectively. So when we are doing anything in organization, so some individual, subordinate, supervisor are overseeing our activity, because they want that the work done in efficient and effective way. Because we are living in the world, we don't have enough time, we don't have enough resources, we have scarce resources, and limited time, and so we always want that we get maximum output with minimum input. So this is the aim and objective of any organization. So in this way they are all the time coordinate with each other. They are all the time look after or overseeing the work of other, because they are reducing the chance of error, reducing the chance of waste. They are one that we do the work efficiently and effectively, because in this world all organization have enough data, enough resources, but the thing is that those organizations have competitive advantage, which work efficiently and effectively, because this is the thing hard to achieve. If we are doing our work efficiently and effectively, so ultimately our product or service produce in low cost. And when it's produced in a low cost, so we can offer it in the market with a good price, and good price with good quality. So these we have a lot of example in today world, like Tesla. They are producing the electric car. So what the age of this company, so they are using their information, IT information efficiently, and now they are trying to produce that car in low cost. So this is what they want to achieve, or they want to produce their project efficiently and effectively. They want that we take maximum output with minimum input. So this is the and the other example is Walmart. They are giving us good prices, low prices, um, as compared to other supermarkets. So what's the thing they are doing? They are using their big data efficiently and effectively. So in this way they can offer us the low prices. So and if we take the local example, for example, we have a lot of university and there's in the Pakistan, but those university who has name are, they achieve their name because of their efficient and effective work. If they because all the students are the product, when the university are giving admission to any student, so uh, they are preparing the product for the market. So those universities who produce the good product, who produce quality product with minimum waste of time, with minimum input, with minimum input and max output. So those universities uh, have excellent goodwill in the market, and they have more top ranker. So this is the competition. In this way the organization do the competition and they gain the competitive advantage. So this is all about management. Then we have managerial concern, in which we have two things. The first one is efficiency, and the second one is effectiveness. So efficiency is basically doing things right. We do the right thing. So in this way we get the most output from the least input. So if we do the things right and we do things carefully, so in this way we have to input least amount and we get the max output. Many of the students you have listened about the thing, do smart work, not hard work. So this is all efficiency. We have to do work smartly. We don't have to put a lot of effort, a lot of energy, because if we do the things smartly, so in this way we will get the max output with least input. um, um, Most of the students they are saying, "Okay, We are studying most of the time, but we are not getting the good grades, and I don't know what's the problem with me or why I am not performing good. And some students just do the 3 hours 2 hours study, but they get the good grades and they have a good concepts, they have a good more good academically. So what the issue and difference between these two students? The thing is that the one who is performing good are working smartly. He or she study in that slot in which the mind of that student is fresh, and he or she is studying more focused, and he or she indulge in study more. And he divided our study pattern in slots, or and divided in that way in which he think he is more motivated and more energetic. So this is the thing, we have to work smartly. So organization are also adopting these all things. um, if they are adopt these all tactics, so in this way they can gain the competitive edge, and they can perform good, and they have well-known goodwill in the market. And then we have effectiveness. Effectiveness is all about doing the things right. So we have to work on the right thing, because if organization have any goal, so we have to work in that direction. We don't have to lose our track. We don't have to lose our focus. So we have to work in that dimension, in that to achieving that goal. So this is all about the manager are doing this thing, because they are look after the subordinate, whether they are doing work in that direction. They are whether he or she is doing to achieve the organization goals or targeted. So effectiveness is all about if we are doing work, so we have to do in that direction, so it's help in achieving the organization goal. So this is the managerial concern, efficiency and effectiveness. So then we have the next slide in which we have the dramatical representation of effectiveness and efficiency. So efficiency is basically the mean, the resource, and effectiveness is basically the end, the ultimate output, what we get after it. So in efficiency, we are trying to uh, save our resources. We are trying to save the resources. We always striving to do low waste, because because our resources are scarce, so we have to use them carefully. We have limited time, we have limited resources, our labor is expensive, our land is expensive, our resources are expensive, so we have to use them carefully, because in this way we can produce the product um, in low cost with good quality. So this is the objective of manager. And then we have effectiveness. Effectiveness is basically the end, what we get after the all process, whether we achieve our goal, whether we achieve our project objective or not. So we have to look this. So if we are doing work on anything for 6 months or 1 year, and in the end we are not able to achieve that goal, so it means we are not doing work effectively. For example, many of us are planning to appear in some competitive exams like CSS, CA. So we are targeting that in 1 month we are going to cover this subject, in the second month we are going to the other subject, and after 6 months I have to prepare in the exam and I have to attempt and clear in the first attempt. So the individual, whether he or she, he has to use the resources efficiently. He don't he has to careful, or she has to careful about the wastage. He has to, or she has to use their time efficiently, take the sleep on take the proper sleep, and wake up in the morning and do enough hour of study, and do reading with the focus, and discuss the subject comprehensively and read about it comprehensively. So these all the thing and resources he has. Everyone has resources. Some has more and some has little, but the time, energy, these all things are normally equal, because everyone has 24 hour in a day, whether he's poor, rich, old, young, kid, everyone. So the thing is that it's depend on us whether we utilize this 24 hour efficiently, or efficiently or not. So it's our choice. So it's our choice how we utilize our precious time, how we utilize our resources, how we utilize our energies, whether I'm putting my energy on watching or sitting on the sofa or watching TV, or whether my energy on reading some good stuff, some subjective and good books, or doing some good exercises, some therapy, some counseling. So it's my choice how I am utilizing my time. So this is the thing we have to careful about. So the individual who is proper utilize the time, so he or she must clear the CSS or competitive exam. And those who are not giving proper time, not sleeping early, and not wake up in early morning, not doing enough hour study, so of course he or she is not going to attain the goal. And then we have to we can take so many examples. Day-to-day example, if we take the example of our class, so in our class, many of the students targeted that we have to complete this course, and after it we will do the masters, and then do some job. So these are the planning. But if the student not using the resources properly, like he or she is not taking the classes, he or she is not submitting the assignments, he or she is not reading the book, and he or she is not coming to the university now in the corona, so the physical classes are cancelled. So of course we have to take the online lectures. So these are the things, those who set the target, the ultimate goal is clearing the exam. So in order to achieve the end, in order to achieve our output, we have to utilize our resources properly. So in this way we will achieve our goal, we will achieve our objective. So these both things are linked. If we work efficiently, so ultimately we will achieve our goal. So sometime, and the other thing is that if I want, if if the if in a week or in a 2 days we have example of exams of English, and we are doing the preparation of chemistry. So of course we are not doing the work in the direction, we are not uh, doing work to achieve the goal, because our goal is basically uh, after 2 days to attempt the paper of English and to clear it. So we have to study that subject. We don't give time to other subjects. So we have to focus, or we have to work in the domain of our objective, in the domain of our goal, because in organization we have so many goals, we have so many objectives. So the goal which we set currently. So we have to work in that direction, because if we do planning, or if we do some made some strategy, do some planning for any specific goal, so it means it's important to organization. So we have to work on that, we have to achieve it on deadline. So in project management, basically the thing is that if we are doing planning for any project, so it means this project is important to organization. It's significant of project. We have to do it, we have to complete it on deadline, we have to get the output, we have to careful about our resources, because for every project there is some limited time, whether it's long term, short term, whether medium range time, and some limited finance. It's depend on the nature of project, and some numbers of employee, laborers, workers, groups, individuals involved in any project. So these all are the things. So these all the things before we are deciding the project achievement. So we have to work, because we are doing all the planning for that project, so we have to do work in that domain in order to achieve that project. We don't have to distract ourselves. So these all are things are assured by the manager, because it's important to look after the individual and workers. So then we have this one. In this, the right manager is strive for low resources waste. Basically they are trying, if we are working on any project, we are working on any goal or objective, so we have to do work with low wastage. Because if we do wastage, so the thing will and the cost will be double. So in this way we are not going to efficient. And um, and the, the second thing is high goal attainment. So we achieve our goal effectively. We are we have If we take the example of this, we have two students. The one is who do our bachelor's in a 4 years with good grade. So it means he is based the low resources waste, because he attempt all the exam and clear all the exam in first attempt. And he if he clear or she clear the exam with good grades, with good GB, so it means he achieved high goal attainment. And if the other student, he is clearing their exam in 6 year or 5 year, and he get or she get the poor grade, so it means he wastes the resources. Time is also resources. He wastes the time, or she wastes the time, and he is not attending high goal, and there is no high goal attending, because he don't um, get the good um, grades. So um, attainment is not only important. So we have to complete our task on the time which decided. So if for any goal, for any project, we decided the time, and we work according to that duration. Then we have to what managers do. So we have three approaches which define what managers do. First, they are performing some functions, and then they have some roles, and every manager has some set of skills. So these are the things which the managers do, and these are the things according to them. The managers are classified, the managers are divided. So we assign the work, we assign the project according to their role, according to their skills and the functions they are doing. So we have the four function of management: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So the first one is planning. In the planning, we are define some goal, what we are going to achieve, what the thing are we are planning for, and after the idea, we do some planning, and then we are make some strategies. We are design some plan, some long-term plan to achieve these goals. We are discussed or um, decided what we have to do, how much finance we need, how much number of student individual we need to complete the task, and what the duration is suitable for that goal, and what type of skills we need, what type of machinery and resources we need, what type of setup we need. So, what are the geography? What are the demography? What the nature of product and what the effect of that product on the market? Whether it will be successful in the market? We do some research. We do some data collection. So then we make the dummy and then do the trial. So these all are the things we have to plan before initiating any goal, initiating any project. So first we identifying the need, why we are doing this, what the reason of doing this, what the need and what the impact. Then we are working how we will do this, and then after it developing plan to integrate. So after these all the thing which we need, we do some brainstorming, and then we are develop the plan. We are organizing these all things, and then integrate and coordinate the activities. So and then we are assign the activities to every individual, what this is the responsibility going to offer the middle manager, and this is the responsibility we are going to offer the top manager. This is the responsibility we are assigned to first line manager. So these all the thing, and after it all the levels and all the manager subordinates and executive coordinate to each other to in order to deliver the responsibilities and the targets, and to get the updates, and to look how what the progress and analyze the situation. These all are the part of planning. So planning is all about how we are going to do. So if we take the life example of this, so after pandemic, the all university, the all educational institutes are facing the problem. The problem is that they are unable to open their institute, but the education is so important, so vital, because they are suffering because of pandemic, because of coronavirus. So they are start planning what's the alternative, what's the solution for all this. So every university is planning for it. The need is that need is created because they want to deliver their lectures, they want to deliver the knowledge, they want to continue their semesters, they want to continue their system. So this is the thing they want to achieve, and the need for that thing to find some solution for it. So the solution is online classes. um, so then they do start planning what are the things we need to do this. We need to arrange for arranging the online classes. What we have to do, what type of technology, what type of software, what type of skills, what setup we need to arrange for this, for delivering online classes. So every university work according to their resources, according to their staff, according to their skills. Some are using YouTube StreamYard, some are using Google Class, some are using Zoom. So it's the every organization their decision. their own decision, what suit them, what more feasible, what more convenient for them. So and who what are the staff who can visit physically to run the system of IT or software, or who can deliver from home, and what the pattern, what the schedule. So these all are the things they do planning for it, and then after it they organized. After it we have organizing, arranging and structuring the work to accomplish organization goal. Then after planning, they think in 360 dimension. They think in all aspects. So because resources is most important for achieving any goals, they are structuring it. They are arranging it. So what thing uh, they are arranging the work, they are arranging the thing systematically. So who is the um, managing the technical problem of system, who will going to deliver the lecture, who will going to look after them, and how we will slot the mm, um, timetable and slot these subjects, and how we are going to um, do the things, all the things they are, then they are arranged and structure all the things. So then we have leading. So after structuring, so the implement process, after the implementation, there are some who is look after and leading. Whether the implementation is good, whether the thing which we create, the thing which we are following, the thing which we are achieving, it's working properly. Are we facing some problem? There is some lacking, there is some errors. So these are the things which we look after implementation. So this the work who is the which look after the manager. So leading is the one is done by the middle manager, supervisor, and sometimes CEO, the executive, the head. So in this, they are guiding the group. So they are guiding the group about the performance, whether the group is performing good, whether the group needs some improvement. They analyze the performance, and they interpret it, and look whether the group is facing any problem in order to achieve their task. So working with and through to people to accomplish these goals. So the goal of university are delivering the online session, and now the leading responsibility is that whether this goal is achieved smoothly, efficiently, and effectively, or whether the staff or the group is facing any problem. And if there is any problem occurred, so the leader and so the leading person is resolved will resolve it. So and in this way when he or she resolve the problem, so in this way the goal is achieved, and we are able to achieve our target, we are able to complete our project, we are able to achieve our objective. So then we have controlling. So the controlling is basically we are this is the thing we are when we done all the things, we plan it, we implement it, we lead it, then we are controlling it, we monitor it, we compare it, and we correct it. So we monitor it, uh, what's the problem, what's the issues in achieving this goal, and we compare our goal with benchmark, because every organization set their benchmark. So and then we are compare our actual performance with our standard performance. So if there is gap, so we are trying to identify this gap, and we are trying to minimize this gap, because we have to we are working to gain competency. We are working to um, become good and good. So we want to improve. Every organization want to improve. Every organization want that um, whether it's educational institute, it's producing some services, it's delivering some services or producing some product. So they are trying to do their best. If the educational organization delivering the education, so they want that we deliver the best education. We hire the more qualified teacher, more experienced teacher, and they deliver the good stuff to our student. Our student become more competitive and more competent. So these are the objective of educational institute, and we will become the number one university. We will become the number one school in Pakistan or worldwide, whether it's depending how much the organization is spread, whether it's globally working or internationally or locally. So these, because we all are always want to improve, and then we are do the correction, then we are arrange the meeting, and we discuss it, and we rectify it, and we do variation, we do changes. So in this way we improve. So if we take the simplest example of individual, any student is performing in any exam, and he got the mark of 78, 60. So he or she want definitely that in the next semester I gain the more marks. And if any athlete is doing any sets of 20 and 15 or 40, so he or she is definitely targeted that I will do 5 sets more, and I will increase it day by day. So everyone want to improve. And in organization, if any individual is on a specific position, so he and she want to promote, he and she want to learn more skill, he and she want to bloom, he and she want to develop. So these are the things we are look after in management function. We want to achieve our benchmark. We want to achieve our standard. We want to become excellent. So this is the work of controlling. So that's why we are doing controlling. That's why in every organization there is some hierarchy. There are the people who are working under some supervisor, and supervisor is observing and looking at the work of the group. Because in this way, if the leader are good, if the leading person is competent, is if the leading person is honest, and is the leading person is one improvement in organization, want to see the organization at the top level, at the top performer, so he or she must uh, trying to achieve the best benchmark, and the benchmark of the benchmark which the organization set. So and that's why most of the people are work on leadership play a very important role, because if we have a good leader, so we are definitely improved, we are definitely learned, we are definitely work more good. Because in the group most of people are learner, and they need push back. So they need support, they need guidance. So that's why in management function, all the time any individual is supervising and look after the group. So then we have to this is in this first we plan the goal and strategy, and then we organize the all resources and start the implementation. And then the someone and some leader is lead the employee taken from the start, and after it, when the implementation and leading, because these both things are go simultaneously, then we have controlling, in which we have monitor and evaluate performance. We in many organization, quarterly, monthly, or yearly, they evaluate the performance of employee, and according to the performance, they are giving the bonuses, allowances, or promotions, and all the things. So this is the very important thing, because in order to do this, they are motivating the employee. They are motivate to them to do better work, to perform more good, because if the employees are motivated, they are well spread, so they are ultimately doing good work, because motivation is the prime thing in any individual. Without it, um, we are unable to do anything. We have to ambitious. We have to motivated about life, about our goals, about our ambitions, because without it we are not going to, because we don't have a reason to do anything, and we must have find the reason. Because if we analyze the thing, if I am going to do this, so I'm going to achieve this. So these all are the game of efforts and resources. If we put the enough efforts, enough energy, enough resources, so ultimately we are going to get the good results. So these all things are linked, all things are connected, all things are affect on each other. Everything is linked to the other thing, because we all are connected with someone, with something, in any way, in one way or other way. So because this world is all connected. So then we have the manager's role. So managers' roles are basically, we, every manager have different role. So roles are basically the actions and the behavior of manager. Every manager has some specific responsibilities, and some specific roles. So he or she he or she are expected to perform in that domain. If some executive has some decision making responsibility and role and behavior, so he or she must take the decision for organization. And if some individual um, uh, has responsibility of producing the product or services, so he or she is will expected to perform in that domain. So mid-spurt identifying the 10 roles, and in which he categorized these roles in three divisions. The first one is interpersonal relationship, and the second is information, and the third is decision making. So interpersonal is basically the human relation role, in which we are dealing with the people customer relationship, because inter means among, and personal, interpersonal, people between persons, between group, between two individual and more than two individual. And informational role is basically the role in which we are delivering some piece of information, because in order to achieve any goal or any objective, and if we are working on any project, so we need some facts, we need some figures, we need some information, we need some data, we need some research, because without this whole thing, we need some primary or secondary data or information, because without this whole thing we are unable to perform in it. We have to do some survey, we have some knowledge. So Then after it, when we have information, when we have facts, when we have data, and we are interact with other person, we are maintain our interpersonal relationship. So after it, after these two things, we are able to take some decision, because we are before decision we have to evaluate the all aspect, what the effect of this project or this goal or this objective after accomplished, and whether it's useful, it will be productive, or whether it's not that much good thing to do. So these all are the things we have to consider. So before pandemic, no one know about the Google Class, Zoom, and these all apps. But after pandemic, it's a stock market and its value increases, and now everyone know about it and everyone know how to use it. So these are the thing. The situation is changed, things are changed, and the decisions and the goals and objectives is ultimately get changed. So these, because we have to gather the information, we have to do the survey, we have to do the search. If we are doing this thing, so whether it will be work, it will be beneficial, it will be productive in future or in coming time. So because after it, the success of any project, the success of any goal, the success of any objective is increased, because we do some analysis, we do some research, and we work on statistics, we work on facts, and we work on figures. So then we have interpersonal role. Interpersonal role, we have figurehead, leader, and lessons. Lessons. Then figurehead is basically the one who is look after the thing, whether he is the CEO or whether he is the executive. Leader is simply leader, the one who supervise the growth, and lesson is basically, so these are the people who are look after and make relations and interact with the people, because the leader, the head, and the lesson are the people who deliver and who inform the group about their responsibilities and address their issues and solve their grievance and solve their problems and facilitate them in order to achieve the goal and objective and anything which the organization is targeted to achieve. Because we are facing so many things, we are facing so many problems in any journey. So achieving any goal, objective, or if you are working on any project or any assignment, so it's a journey. It's a it's a it's a journey which we are experiencing, which we are covering, which we are facing, which we are um, trying to um, reach on our destination. So destination. So these all are the things which are addressed by the leader. And then we have informational role in which we are monitoring, and disseminator is basically those who are deliver the information and spread the information, and spokesperson, one who are managing the PR of the organization. So the informational role, they are basically um, delivering or getting the updates, information, figure what's the situation of group, whether they are achieving their what's that how much portion they completed, how much is remaining, whether how much how what the percentage of work they done, and what is remain, whether they do 50% work, whether they do 80%, whether they are not doing anything, they are just wasting the time and resources. So these are the updates, and we are getting information and updates from the competitor, from the stakeholder, from the shareholder, from market. These all are the information which is gathered by the monitor and the disseminator and the spokesperson. So uh, with the help of these information, the team and the leader is updated, and they can take and change their plan or their decisions or their strategy in any in the middle of that journey, in the middle of achieving that goal, because world is changing day to day, world is changing every minute. We can't wait for that much long, because now the things are very unpredictable. No one wasn't know about the pandemic corona, so but it's the sudden attack, it's the unpredictable thing. But we are trying to do the things according to it. We are changing, we are doing work in that dimension. So we have to be updated, because every day, every week, every month, things are changing dramatically. It is changing every time, technology is changing very fast, things are changing very fast. So we have to be updated, we have to be information about the market, we have to be information about the outside world. So in this way we can be surviving the market. If we are not updated and if we don't know about the outside things, so we are not surviving the market. And what the objective and what the project and what the goal we are achieving, it will be useless, it will be unpredicted, because things are changes and we have to work according to them. In this way we can be survive in this market, and we can be successful in the market. So then we have decisional role, and in this we have entrepreneur, disturbance handler, resource allocation, and negotiator. Entrepreneur is basically the executive and CEO, those who are taking the decision, those who take the final decision, who take and address the all issues and concern of the all issues and concern of the middle supervisor and first line managers. And disturbance handles is basically the thing, if any level, any department facing any problem, so the executive and the head is the one who is going to handle it. If the organization is facing any legal problems, if the organization is facing any financial problem, if the organization is facing any raw material or anything, raw material or anything issues, so the CEO is going to be handled. And resource allocator, because if we are working on anything, for example we are working, we are trying to if any student trying to get this graduation, to complete his or her graduation, so he or she needs some resources, he needs some fees, some money to submit their fees. He or she needs some stationery, he or she needs some transport. But in the current situation, he or she needs some electronic device, whether it's a mobile phone, whether it's laptop. And he or she needs some previous degrees like inter, past, what are the requirements of university and GP. So every for every plan, for every goal, for every task, we need some resources. So when the organization planning to achieve or working on any project, so they are doing planning, so they are gather the information what the things we are going to need, what the finance, what the budget, what the number of people, what the human resource, what the ideas, what the strategies, what the environment, what the geography, everything. How much land, how much machinery, what type of skills, what type of people, what type of experts, what are the legal restrictions, what we have to do, what the politics, what the things we are facing politically, what things we are going to face. So these all are things which some are disturbed, but some are creating disturbance. So we have to resolve them, and we have to give some resources and allocate the resource to achieve the goal or target, and then negotiator we can discuss them. This is the thing we are facing, we can do this, and we have so many alternatives, so we are going to achieve the best alternative. So we do some negotiation on it, and we achieved and then we after the negotiation we come on the best alternative, we come on the best choice, and then we choose it and we work on it. So this is the decisional role. So then we have to what type of skills the manager need. So technical skills we have, then we have human resource skills and conceptual resource. So technical skills are the skills which need by the first line manager or lower level managers, because they know about the technical things, they have the knowledge about how the things will be produced and what are the procedures, what are the methods. So technical thing is basically individual have knowledge and proficiency in a specific field. If any organization is producing anything, so the the individual who is working in the first line level, he or she must know how it will work, and how what the procedure and what's the techniques are of producing the X product. So this is the technical things, and then we have human skills. So human skills is basically uh, the skills which middle manager need, ability to work well with other people. So we have to know how to work with others, because middle manager is always look after the first line manager. So we have to know how to interact with others, how to take work from them, how to motivate them, how to push them, how to enhance their spirits, and he or she know how to work with other. He or she know how to work in the group. So this is the skill which needed to the middle manager, because middle manager is in the position of supervising, and he and that level managers are interacting with the first line manager and the top manager. So they must have the human skills, they must know how to work with the people, how to work in the group, how to coordinate with other, how to communicate, how to interact, how to address the others. So in this way, if they are efficient in this skill, so in this way they can try out, try the best from other, because it's also the skill taking work is not easy. If we hire any work and we are not utilizing that individual efficiently and effectively, this is not the problem of that individual, this is the problem of us, because we don't know how to take work from that individual. We know we have that skill, because taking work is all about all the entrepreneur, all the CEOs is doing this. They are hiring the number of employees, and they are assigned the task, and they are assigned the responsibilities, and then the individual have a skill that all successful entrepreneur, I'm talking about the successful entrepreneur, he or she has the knowledge how I am going to take over from that, how I am utilize them. So they are this is the work of the middle manager. Take out the potential of other, take out the best from other, take out the skills and all the potential which individual have from others. So in this way they are performing good. So it has so many tactics. We can motivate them, we can do counseling, we can give reward and punishment. So these are the tactics which adopt by the middle managers. And then we have the conceptual skills. Basically it is the complex type of skills. This is the skills which required by the top managers, because they are solving the complex situation, and they have the ability to think, because the top manager have to think in all dimension, 360 dimension, because he or she has to consider all the aspect of the organization, because the decision which is taken by the top manager is affected the all organization. So he or she take the decision in that way which is beneficial, which is in the interest of whole organization, which is benefits all the organization. So in so i- so in order to take these type of decision, he or she must have good thinking power. He or she must have ability to deal with the complex situation, because it's not the always situation we are dealing the similar situation. Sometimes we are dealing with unpredictable situation, because for example in this pandemic, this is the very unexpected thing we are facing. So the all CEOs and executive and the entrepreneur, those who have good thinking power, and they can handle complex situation um, efficiently or effectively. So they take the good decisions, and they are surviving this pandemic. They are working on it, because we are facing the unpredictable things. So we have to handle them. We have to think them. We have a strong mind and thinking, so we can handle that complex situation and we can solve them. And the technical people are most of the time are dealing with the repetitive problems with repetitive things. But the top manager, those who have the conceptual skills, are dealing the unpredictable things, unpredictable situation, and after solving them, after analyzing them, after dealing with these complex situation, they are taking the decision. So our time is over, and I am leaving our lecture and closing our lecture in this slide. So we will continue on the coming Wednesday at same time, and inshallah in the coming session we are going to discuss the um, what is project and what is the project management, what's the process, what the function, and so on. So hope you guys are getting some, and getting, or it's helpful for your students, and please read the book and go through these lectures and go through these slides. So, thank you so much for that.